Hey, hello. My name is Andres Cabana Mendoza, and this is the final part of this project, finished project on the web services course. And well, for today, I'm gonna show you all the requirements for this project, the database with 4 collections, at least one collection with 7 or more fields, um, connects to MongoDB, API routes, and I will wanna show, and also authorization for this, API documentation, and everything should be published on online on Render. And well, just let me show you this. Okay, so this is my GitHub. I got the code right here. And well, for this project, I'm working on my own. I don't have access to Microsoft Teams, so I cannot get in touch with my teammates to work on this. So I asked uh, the permission, and I was allowed to work on this on my own. Okay, so all the contributions are done by myself. So this is my GitHub page with the final project. And for authorization, I'm using also GitHub. Created this app for this specific thing. And well, everything is on render working. And also I got the 4 collections here on MongoDB. Uh, the products and suppliers collection are the collection that has 7 or more fields. So let me first show you here. Okay, so we got a welcome message saying that I'm logged out and I will need any uh authorize this to perform some actions. Let me go to API docs. Right here I got my collections, and the first thing that I can do is to get all of the things that I get on my database, right? But if I am not logged in as a user, I don't have access to create, to post, put, and delete. Let me show you that I will get an error message saying that I'm unauthorized and please log in. Okay, so this will be on post, on update. Well, I will need an ID. Let me grab one here to try. Uh, Let me try again. But even if I got an ID, I will get the same error saying that I need to log in, right? I'm now authorized. Please log in. And the same thing goes for the delete, right? So now authorized. For me, this is like the important thing that we need to do, like create a new one, update and delete. So we need to get access to really execute this. So again, I can get all of them. I can get an ID and then try the next ones. Is to show you that post is not available, right? If I execute this, I will get an authorized error. And also for the date, let me try this. Get an ID, an existing ID, but I don't have access, so I'm unauthorized. And the same thing for delete, right? So get the ID, but I don't have access. Next thing is orders. Same thing here. Um, I can get all of the things that I created, but even if I had an existing ID on one order, I will get not access, right? Error is saying I'm unauthorized, and well, it applies the same for the date. In every collection, I has the same author need for the authorize, and the last one is delete. Okay, let me execute this, and I'm unauthorized. And the last collection is suppliers. I can get all of them if I want, but I cannot create a new one. right here. I don't have access. Yeah, I cannot update an existing one because I don't have access. Same error message for all of them. And the last thing is to delete, right? And you say valid ID, but unauthorized access. So for this, I can just go over here and type login, or I can just get back and click on here, right? It will direct me to the login and it will ask this to authorize with GitHub. I will grant access and now the message is given. I am logged in as my GitHub user. So now if I go to API docs, now I will have access to all of the routes, right? I still have access to get all of them or get a single one, but now I will be able to create a new one. And let me show you one example of of this. I had on this. Now I'm gonna show you error handling and validation. And let me just grab something that I had prepared for this. Okay, first on the error handling and validation, all these fields are required. So if I go and try with an empty string and any of these fields, I will get an error message saying that, sorry, it failed because the username field is required and the role field is required. So it should be on any of this, right? And if I get this back in right, now I can execute this and this message said user created successfully and now I can grab the ID, right? And well, for this case, the username is Sam Coder. So if I go to the database and go to users, the last user right here should be Sam Coder, the one that I just created. So I'm gonna show you the that the database is updating, which with each when I perform anything on here, right? So let me grab this by ID, some coder, the same one. And for the next one, I'm gonna update this. And for update, I also had validations, right? So it's the same thing. All fields are required. If I now get an empty string on in this other two, for example, I'm gonna get the error saying all fields are required, right? The email field is required, password field is required. So I'm gonna try to put this one. And also, if I try with this one, right? The password must be at least 6 characters. So I got like this kind of duplicate, I'm sorry, error handling. So I'm gonna add now updated at the end of the username and execute, and I will get now a different error. No, sorry, code, right? It's not error, just this one should be updated to some coder updated. And if I refresh my page, I will get the new value, all right? And it will be the last one, some coder updated. And the same thing goes for the delete, right? Let me just grab the ID again. And I got validations here also on the delete. If I remove one character and I try to execute this, I will get an error message saying that it should be 24 characters, right? And if I try with a non-existing ID, I will get an error also saying that this user is not found. And if I get the right ID, I will delete this different. And if I go here, some content will be deleted. And the last a part of this collection will be Sarah, right? So let me refresh. And again, Sarah is the last one and Sam was the lead. Okay, let's go to the next collection and how this interacts. I can get all of um things on the collection. This has 7 or more fields. And let me just now that I'm authorized, I can create this. So let me try this out. I got one right here. Just give me a second. And right here also had validation. All fields are required, but here we had some number fields like this one, or weight, right? Or stock or price. Yeah, so in this case, weight should be only a number. I'm adding this to get the error, right? But if I get this as an empty string, we'll say that it is required, and this should be a just a number, right? So let me execute this, and let's say name field is required. It was an empty string, and weight must be a number, right? So if I go with delete one, well, just let me get this back again and just put the number in the weight field and execute this. Now the product is created successfully and I sorry, can grab the ID. Okay, let me get this, the one that I just created, execute this, and it says that noise canceling earbuds, right? So if I go to products, the last one should be that specific product that I just add, right? Noise canceling earbuds. Right, so let me go to the next one that it is update. Let me grab the ID again. I'm gonna try this out. And it's the same thing for this. I got error handling on any number, right? Let's say that this is a number, but this is an empty string now, which say it's an empty string. Also, let's put fake here. Let's try this out, right? So I'm gonna get the error. Stock must be a number and category field is required. So I should always have like a number in these values and also here, right? So I'm gonna add again, update it at the end of this, execute this, and it should be fine now, right? And if I go back and update this, should get the new thing that I just updated. That it is well, the last one, noise canceling earbuds, updated. And I'm gonna grab the ID again and show the last part of it that it is delete. Okay, same validation. If I execute this, I will get an error. It's missing a character. And try with the non-existing ID. Say the product is not found. And if I go to the correct ID, then the code is saying that it is okay, no response. So this one should be deleted if I refresh the page. Right, so the noise canceling earbuds are not there. The coffee maker now is the last one. Let me jump to the next one. It's orders. Same thing. I'm authorized, so I can do perform any of these things, so I can get all of them. Right, and well, let me create a new one. And I got error handling and validation right here. Okay, so in this case, total amount should be a number. And the other ones are required fields. Like all of them are required fields, right? Even if this is an empty string, you should say that it is required. So total amount is required, product field is required. And if I go back and let me, okay, and try with a different type of this field, I would say that total amount must be a number. All right, so if I try it now, it should be okay, and order created successfully, right? Jump to the next one. Let's get the one that by ID, the one that I just created, and then it's okay. The power bank is now. So if I go to orders, the last order should be the power bank that I just created, and yeah, it's portable power bank. It was created with the same status. Everything is fine. So um, let's get a single, and let me try to update this again. Same error handling and validations. Okay, must be a number. Yeah, let's try this. All right, so I'm gonna get an error saying that total amount must be a number, and I will get this. Okay, so if I try with an empty string on this one or an empty string on this one, I will also get an error saying that those fields are required, right? So validation failed, and because those fields are required, so I'm gonna try again with this updated. Right now, it should be okay, and yeah, it is. And this one, the status should change to ship updated. Okay, let's get in the orders and ship updated. Okay. And the last one is the validation on the delete. Okay, we'll try this out again. If I remove a character, I will get an error saying that it's 24 characters long. I will try with a non-existing one. I will get an error, right? Right, saying that it's not found, that ID is not found. And if I got the right ID, when I execute this, it will delete this last order. If I refresh, the one should be this with a tablet and a stylus, the last order, two products, and this one just have one. All right, so let me refresh this. And now it is deleted, and the last one is the order with two different products, right? So it's also working. And the last collection is also a collection with 7 or more fields, so I can get all of them, and I can now try to create a new one because now I'm logged in as a user. So give me one second. Right here also I had validation on ratings, for example, is a number field. All these fields are required. So if I try with, I don't know, this as an empty string and this as not a number, I will get an error, right? Saying that contact person is required and rating must be a number. So I will get all of this. Like I said, all of these fields are required on this validation, but now that I have them, okay, I can execute this and the supply is created successfully. And just let me grab the ID for the next part. I can get this by the single ID. Okay, if I execute this, it's saying that next gen electronics is the supplier, and if I go to the suppliers collection, the last one should be next gen electronics with Emily Davis, right? That's the same. Next gen electronic, Emily Davis, right? And now let me try to update this part with the ID, and I will show you error handling and validation in here, right? An empty string or a number on this rating, right? But also an empty string here or an empty string here or right here to get the error on any of them, right? Mail field is required, address field is required, country field is required, rating is required. So if I change this for something that is not a number, I will get an error message. And now let me try to update it, right? Let me update this. So next gen electronics is updated, saying that it is okay. And the name should change in here. And let me just refresh this and go into the last one and next gen electronics updated. Contact person, Emily Davis. So it is working as expected. And for the last part of this fourth collection is delete, right? And again, validation with removing a character right here, saying that I got an error with a non-existing ID, saying that it's not found. And if I go for the correct one, then it should be deleted. So next gen electronics updated should be deleted, and chain this one should be the last part of this collection. And let this just refresh, and next gen is deleted, and chain ways is the last part of this collection. And with this, I authorize so I can perform any of these actions. And the last part of this is just to log out. And the message changed again, right? I'm logged out. I need to log in. And again, now I will not have access to those specific things, right? Let me just show you this first one. Try this out, and I will get an error message and saying that I'm unauthorized and I need to log in. All right, and with this, I did all of the things on here. Database with 4 collections, 1 collections. In this case, 2 collections had 7 fields or more. As connecting with MongoDB, get, post, put, and delete are functional. They all routes has error handling on post and put, and also on delete. Get all and get single are working. Right. Let me just show you my test. Right. I created 4 test files, each for one for each collection. Let me just run all of them, but I got 4 test cases for on each file on the so it should be 16 total, and it is working, right? Um, 4 files or test files and 16 tests, all of them pass. And I'm testing like all the collections, order, products, users, and suppliers. And I'm testing the get all orders, get one or a single one. If I return an error for validation, and if the database has an error. So those are the 4 scenarios that I handle on many of these things, and they all are working and they passed. And okay, this is also done. project is it has GitHub authorization, and well, the documentation I have everything on API docs, and it's published on Render, and well, that will be it. Thank you, and bye.